Hello, my name is Nub.
And I am Bub. Welcome to the Nub and Bub podcast.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
We're just here talking about some shit, talking about whatever we want.
Whatever the fuck we want, bro.
And it's gonna be epic, dude.
So to start off with, I don't really know what to like how to
we're talking about Smash Bros.
Yeah, but like how do we transition into the whole controversy going on right now?
Well, I think we just ease in. We should start talking about like just Smash in general, how we started playing it.
All right.
And like all the different games, what we think, stuff like that.
All right, since I'm such a gentleman, I'll let my buddy here go first on how he got into Smash.
Well, the first Smash game I played was Brawl on my cousin's Wii. I never actually owned Brawl, so I just kind of played it at my cousin's house when I went over there.
Mm-hmm.
I played Lucas, and yeah, very faint memories.
Brawl Lucas main, okay.
Dude, we played with items and everything, and it was just.
Oh.
Like, it was at a point where my younger cousin said that shielding made me bad.
Oh.
And so yeah, it was that.
Wait, which cousin was this?
It was one of my younger cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my boy Steven, but yeah, let's. Smash 4. I never owned a Wii U or a 3DS, so I never played this game. But I played it at a friend's house. I played King DDD.
I remember
and,
this.
Dude, he like played this game like competitively, and I was rolling with DDD. It was crazy. But yeah, that game didn't really like it, but I kind of owned, so probably like the best player in the world if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But then came Ultimate. This game, I actually like got involved with it early, and I owned a Nintendo Switch, so I started playing it. Fun game. It was pretty epic.
Kind of shit though.
Yeah, pretty shit. Online is not fun, but I started off. I made a lot of different characters. I picked random people. For a long time, it was Link, like the adult Link, and now I'd say it's Incineroar, which is weird. Like. All I do is complain about him, but I love him so much.
That's like every character with you, though.
Yeah, he's just so bad.
Oh yeah,
but you
play bad characters.
He schmooves, bro. Like his animations are so clean. I love his hit sound effect.
I just play characters
you can like
with
cheese people, and like I don't know. I just love him, even though like he's the slowest character in the game and has terrible airspeed and terrible recovery. He's just so fun.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's for like mainstream games. That's like basically it. I mean, I've played Melee, but like very little.
Yeah,
very little. But like, yeah, that's basically it for like mainstream. Like,
I gotta get you to play 64 with me. There's a mod. There's a mod that adds like other characters to it.
Yeah, I'm interested in playing it, but I just haven't.
I have it downloaded on my computer. I just need to like play it. The emulator I have is kind of shit, so
yeah,
you know.
Well, that's a GameCube one.
You can't
64.
Can't talk about emulators on YouTube. You get fucking shit on.
Oh yeah, even though there's literally like videos like how to download this emulator with hundreds of pirated games.
Yeah, exactly.
And then those videos are still on, like they haven't been taken down.
Yeah, but it's frowned upon to talk about emulation on YouTube.
Okay,
but
I don't think I care. I'll play what I want.
Yeah, get fucked, YouTube.
Until it's illegal, I'm gonna play what I want.
Yeah, I mean, pirating games is illegal, but it's okay.
But
it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's not really pirate if it's out. If it's out and we can, like, it's available for public use, then we can't get in trouble.
Yeah, true.
But if I'm the one, like,
distributing
going to the source and pirating it and, like, giving it to other people, then that is illegal.
That's very
But if there's a public website called, like, romsforyou.org, and it has, like, thousands of, like, ROMs for emulators, that's not, if I'm downloading those, that's not pirating because
Yeah.
they're available to the public and anyone can do it.
Yeah. I think my friend actually, he got in trouble with his internet company, like in big time trouble from it. They like the Jake kid.
Yeah.
He fucking was saying how he was emulating games and how his internet company got on his ass for it.
Well, you see, I like directly emulating. I don't think you can get in trouble for that. But a problem that happened with me actually. I was trying to get a 3DS emulator. And
Oh, yeah.
I had to download a torrenting software.
And they told your dad about it, and they were like,
yeah, my dad got an email from my ISP saying, "Yo, someone under your internet's downloading torrenting software, and we're not okay with that. So you're gonna have to remove that immediately, or we're not gonna provide services to you anymore." And then my dad's like, "Okay," and I didn't know what torrenting was, and it's really weird. Like I can't really get a clear definition of it when I look it up, but
yeah,
it's just that was weird. So I haven't tried emulating 3DS games since.
I don't think my internet provider really gives a shit. They're just so trash.
Yeah,
it's just like a local area. So.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it.
Who gives a shit?
Give you slow internet.
Give you one upload speed.
Probably way more than it.
It's fucking. It's $40 a month for one upload and 10 downloads. It's a little bit ridiculous. Literally one upload, and I can still play fucking video games.
Yeah, and you get like mediocre ping. You'll be playing some any game and you'll get pretty.
I'll get like 50 ping. It's like not. It's honestly not that bad. But
yeah.
Other than that, my fucking start in the Smash community, or just in general with the game, it all started when I was little. I had a Wii, or maybe I had a GameCube before that. I'm not sure. But my dad bought me a Wii and my sisters. And we had this like family friend named Eddie. And he was like really, really into video games. Like I think till this day, he's kind of the person that made me want to get into games. Like I remember going to his house and playing fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on his fucking but it's fucking Super Nintendo. That shit was fire too.
Dude, I wish I played. Dude, wait, what'd you say? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I think it's like Turtles in Time or something like that.
Turtle? Let me look it up.
He gave me a Melee disc for my Wii. And that's how I got into Smash.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time GameCube. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, it was fucking dead ass so good. But he gave me a Melee disc for my Wii. Because he was super into video games, but he was also having a baby. So he didn't want to like play it as much, so he's trying to give it away to me.
Yeah.
So I played Melee for like a majority of my life. Because I didn't get Brawl till like, what year was that? Maybe 2010?
Yeah, that's about right.
And like I couldn't even run it on my Wii.
that's
there was not enough memory space, so, and I didn't know how to fix that because I was like 10, so it was kind of fucked. But yeah, so I played Melee a lot, and I remember at first just like unlocking all the characters. I didn't ever unlock all of them because I didn't know how. But I remember trying to, and actually get, like, the first character I ever unlocked was Luigi through the adventure mode. I know you haven't really played Melee that much.
Yeah, I know nothing about it.
But, like, basically in the adventure mode, if you complete Section 1, which is the Mushroom Kingdom, and you end the time on a 2, you get Luigi as an unlockable. It's so specific and so stupid, but I still to this day, I think that's the perfect way to do unlockables in this game. Like, make them secret. Don't just put them out there and like make them very hard to get. Like, yeah, you should be able to play classic mode for all of them and shit like that, and play Smash how you're normally able to. Like, how you're able to go into the thing and play like 700 matches or something, unlock Mewtwo. I used to be able to in Melee. It literally took 700 matches, literally, to unlock Mewtwo. I did that. I unlocked Mewtwo with that mode too. That's the dumbest thing, but I did that way later in my life. But I remember unlocking Luigi and just being so fucking happy over it. Like, I was pogging in real life. I swear to God. Like, that shit was... It was just so fun and very nostalgic for me. I was never really competitive at the start with it. But, like, even back then, like, it was like 2007 when we got our Wii. So I was like 4 years old at the time. Melee would have been like 6. Melee's 2 years older than me, so. But, that's what I played for the majority of the Smash thing. Because I couldn't really run Brawl, but I remember being so excited about Sonic being in Brawl. Like, it was literally just the best thing to me. I just couldn't explain it. I was really into Sonic back then. That's kind of like my obsession for Amy Rose, where that came from.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into my furriness later. I'm not a furry.
Yeah, I can already really notice how, like, your history with Smash is far more vast than mine.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
never like owned a Smash game before Ultimate and played it extensively. But you owned Melee, you had Brawl, you had Smash 4, you played all of those for pretty hefty amounts of time.
Yeah.
I just kind of played them at friends' houses and just got a little glimpse of what they're like. So, like, my opinions on them are very, very
It's very different
uneducated.
because, like, when you grow up with something, it's like ingrained in your brain that it's just like
Dude,
this fun
I grew
thing.
up with I mainly grew up with Pokemon. That's what I played throughout all of my childhood.
Yeah, I only played Pokemon Red, Fire Red, growing up. That's still my favorite game.
My first ever video game was Pokemon Leaf Green on my Game Boy Advance.
Okay, you're the leaf green type. I see.
Yeah,
how
I remember
it is.
having a level 100 Blastoise before the last gym, and you know that's the first Pokemon game memory for every kid is having your level 100 starter, and you just one shot everything. And I didn't know anything about like getting a well-rounded move set of like different types of moves. I just had 4 water moves. I don't need an ice. I don't need ice coverage. I don't need dark type coverage. I don't need a normal type move just to have I had 4 water moves. And I'm like, yo, I got this sick turtle, dude. And I was so sad when my game and I couldn't play it anymore because my older sister put magnets on top of my Game Boy.
Oh, bro, why didn't you just get a DS?
And it wiped it out. And that Game Boy doesn't work. And my Leaf Green was in there, and I don't know why. I don't know how it works really, but
magnets just fuck up your system.
Yeah, my Leaf Green wiped, and I lost my save, and I remember just crying, dude. I was so sad.
Bro,
Dude,
I feel like everyone kind of had that experience as a kid. Yeah, but like everyone kind of had that like sadness thing as a kid, where they like you broke something or like lost something, and then you just fucking bawl your eyes out over it.
Dude, I got stuck on Victory Road, the big cave before the Elite Four, and I just couldn't find my way out. I was like 5, dude. I didn't know what was going on.
My first like Nintendo interaction was on the DS, which is weird. I didn't own a Game Boy. I did later in life. I later had a Game Boy, but I was a DS kid because when I lived my dad didn't really have that much money because he worked at a nursing home and was like a maintenance man. But he bought me and my sisters all a DS. He randomly we came home and he was just like, "I got a present for you." I was like, "Aight, bro, bet." He gave me a blue DS with Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers on it.
Oh, I remember that game. I loved that game.
That was my so my dad used to do emulators on his computer when I was a kid.
Dude, my dad has those too. Yeah, my dad had those too.
Yeah, so I would always play Super Mario Bros. Like the original one. That was my first. I always say that my first game interaction was GTA and the PS2 because that's normally what I consider my first. But in general, I think that the first game I ever really actually played was an emulated version of Indiana Jones. on the SNES. I think that's what it was. Or it was Pitfall, I'm not sure. It was one of the two. But we had like a family computer and I would always just play that shit on it. And that was my first interaction with like Mario and shit like that. And I was never really into it until later in life when I got New Super Mario Brothers, because I didn't like, they were just a bunch of fucking pixels on a screen. How the fuck was I supposed to know what was going on? But I was like, I have a weird memory and I can remember shit from when I was 2. So that's why I remember that. I was like 2 years old when I started playing that. And that was like my first ever game interaction. It was pretty nuts. But we completely got off the Smash Bros. Topic.
Yeah, you were talking about Brawl and Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
You primarily played in Brawl, is Sonic?
Well, no, because okay. I was really, really into the Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Like all throughout my life. I think I played Mario because Luigi's moveset sucked.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's understandable.
And I didn't like Luigi's moveset in Brawl. I remember unlocking Luigi though. Unlocking Luigi was like my favorite thing as well in that game. Because like you just get the mansion, you hear the little fucking Luigi's Mansion music, it's like dun 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 dun, and you're just fighting him. Like that shit's so cool whenever you're a kid. But I never got to play Sonic because my sister turned off my Wii, and I didn't have memory in it. So the only possible way I was ever able to continue the game was if I didn't turn off the Wii and I kept it on all the time.
Wow, dude.
I played Brawl for 8 hours a day. I played Subspace quite literally for 8 hours a day.
Dude, I so wish Ultimate had Subspace.
Yeah, like, World of Light sucks.
World of Light is not. I haven't even finished it. Like, it's not fun. Like
before Ultimate came out, I redid Subspace actually. I like replayed the entire thing and got all the way through it.
Yeah, I haven't played it myself, but I can just imagine how like it actually has like a story and like cool cutscenes.
Subspace was the best thing in Brawl, no doubt.
And Ultimate has World of Light, and I hate spirits. Like they're fun for casual play, and they can add fun, cute little gimmicks that might be entertaining. But like, if you're looking for like a fun Smash Bros. Story mode, you're not gonna find it because it's just put OP spirits. Like, dude, literally what I did for half of World of Light is I had Giant Little Mac with enhanced punching spirit, and I would just one-shot the spirits with a forward smash.
I didn't even play World of Light.
If like it was like one of the spirits that was giving everyone trouble, I would just be Big Middle Mac. I'd walk up to it and I'd forward smash it, and it would die. And it went in like I've considered like doing a no spirit run, but like it's just not like I feel like that'd be even less fun.
Probably, yeah.
Like it wouldn't even. Would I feel satisfied when I won? Like I just feel like that would be I would be wasted time because I just irritated myself.
Yeah, I never really got into World of Light because the only reason I would have ever played it is because of unlocking characters, because I know it wasn't like Subspace. And I was thinking about this while you were talking, but I feel like everyone somewhat bashes on the art style of Brawl, like how it's so grainy and realistic, but like not really because it just looks like shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like if Brawl didn't have that art style, there's no way in hell it would have ever been able to like do those cutscenes.
Oh, no way. Yeah, I completely agree. You can't add.
They were so intense.
Yeah, you can't add high quality cinematics without the game. Like unless you can't add those types of cinematics without the game looking like. Because if the game doesn't look like the cinematics, then it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
you could add these, like you could have their super high quality, like realistic cinematics for Subspace, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's sick! It looks amazing." And then you cut through
and then you fucking get on the game, and it looks like Melee.
What is this?
It looks like Melee.
Yeah, looking like Melee, and guys jumping, and just jumping around, flashing colors. and then you're like, what? This doesn't correlate. And yeah, people are like, Brawl looks like, but yeah, Subspace. I agree. Subspace would not be nearly as good if it weren't for the art style
For real.
of Brawl.
Like, the reason why Brawl Subspace is so well written and everything, because it was written by the people that wrote, like, I'm pretty sure one of the Final Fantasy games or something like that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And, like, the story is so well written and everything, because you can take these characters seriously that you'd never be able to take seriously. Like, Mario's always fucking smiling and jumping, going wahoo and shit. But when you look at this motherfucker in the game, he always angry. Like, there's just no way in hell that you would ever be able to take anything seriously in that game. Like, there was gags and, like, shit like that. Like, King DDD, he was the funniest fucking character in that entire thing. You really need to play Subspace to understand what I mean. Because DDD is so fucking hilarious. They don't even speak. And he's just funny. Like, it's so well written and well put together. Like, yeah, I don't think that some of the levels were that great. Like, I think it needs to be a combination of Melee and Subspace, like a Melee adventure mode. I don't know if you've ever played that either.
No.
It puts you through the different worlds of the characters.
That's so cool.
And, like, if they did that, but Subspace, that would be, like, literally the best thing. Because the one thing that everybody, quite literally everyone critiques about Subspace is that you just go through these random worlds and occasionally just get, like, some Nintendo enemies. Like, all of them are just fucking random. You just fight those little fucking foot soldiers that look like they're from Ninja Turtles. Like, like, that's probably my only critique on Subspace. Is that alone. All the bosses are cool as fuck. Like, fighting Ridley, that I remember doing that so specifically back in the day. Back in, like, 2010. Playing as Samus and fighting Ridley in Subspace. I didn't even know who the fuck Ridley was. I never played a Metroid game before that, you know?
Yeah, I still haven't played a Metroid game.
I want to. I want to play one of the 2D ones. But I didn't know who the fuck Ridley was. So it was just this weird purple fucking dragon that looked like a skeleton. Like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking cool. Like, I don't know. It's just the coolest thing to a little kid. And I think they did so well with it. And in general, there was still, like, a competitive community in Brawl despite it being so different than Melee.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't think Brawl's, like, the worst game.
Oh, definitely not. I think Smash 4, but we'll get into that. But I just want to say one more thing, or kind of two more things. But one thing, going back to Subspace, and I think that's, like, the saddest thing about World of Light when you compare it to Subspace is that World of Light doesn't have a story, apart from Kirby has to save all his friends. But there's not, like,
and, like, you literally get one of your friends from the very fucking start.
When you get into the Spirit Board in this big, huge ass map, there's no direction. You just walking into this big random forest, and I'm fighting some guy from Pikmin. Like, it's so random. It's not. There's no story. It's just like, saving my friends, go fight Galeem, big light guy, and that's the entire thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say about, like, the whole Brawl Melee, I feel like that's when the whole Smash community kind of divided, is when Brawl came out.
Well, definitely.
Because, like, some people stuck to Melee, and then some people moved on to Brawl, and then new people started at Brawl.
Yeah.
And you'll see, like, and then as more and more games came out, Melee people tended to, like, they try out the new game, but most of them tended to stick to Melee.
Yeah, that's why some of them
because Melee is so different, and then that kind of just separated from Melee players and other Smash players, like the Smash 4 players or the Ultimate players, and those type of people.
I definitely think the Melee community is a lot more, I wouldn't say toxic, because of the sole fact of what's going on right now in the community with all the pedophiles and shit.
Yeah.
But very much more, like, mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Like not like toxic, but like they take it way too seriously. And they're a lot more competitive than I feel like the Ultimate players are. Ultimate players are kind of stuck up their own ass, though.
Well, you see, Melee players love their game. They like that. They like that is the reason they've stuck to that. They've stuck to that game for so long is because they love it.
They know what they love and they know what they hate, pretty much.
Yeah, and they love Melee. And people who play the other Smash games, they don't love like all they do is complain about their games, and I feel like that's a main thing that Melee players don't like about the other communities and why they can be kind of hostile at times is because these people they don't play Melee, they play all the new games, which like you can understand that, like playing the new games, yeah, of course. But like all like for the most part, all new age players and the new games do is complain about the game and complain about the meta.
Yeah.
But you never that only ever happened in Melee with Hungrybox, as people are like, fuck Jigglypuff, which like.
Well, yeah, like I feel like the reason why it's kind of like that is because the meta with Melee, like, it definitely changes, but I don't feel like it changes nearly as much.
Well, it doesn't change as a result of characters being changed.
Yeah, definitely.
The characters are always the same. It's the fact that
it's just how players play them.
Players use those characters.
I also feel like that's one of the reasons why people consider Melee better, because the game's never going to change. Like, it won't change for, like, balance updates or anything like that. The game is extremely unbalanced. I played it. I know that. Like, apart from the fucking top 8, there's no one you can play in the game competitively.
You cannot win tournaments with fucking Dr. Mario.
And, like, I would love to play Dr. Mario and Tourney, that's the problem.
That's like one main thing that I like about... Well, I like Ultimate more because I've played it longer, and I feel like I would like Melee more if I... Or not, maybe not more than Ultimate, but I would like it at least a little more if I've been playing it for a while. But, like... I just like.
I would like Melee if like it was like very like you could play anyone you wanted.
Yeah, that's Ultimate, what I'll get into.
The part of Ultimate is that you can do anything you want.
Like there are definitely characters that are better than others, but there are not characters that are so bad to the point where they are literally you cannot win with them. Like sure, Little Mac is a bad character and he has very very like glorified flaws.
But someone could pick up a fucking Little Mac and fucking dick your ass.
Win with Little Mac. You can but in Melee, there are characters that literally do not have completed movesets, and their moves do not function correctly.
Game & Watch.
Game & Watch. Kirby. Like, these characters do not function.
And people like that about the game, and I don't really get that. I think if they made a Melee HD, which they're not going to, but I wish they would, I think that they could make it... I think they could definitely... If they made a Melee HD, they would combine the communities for good. I feel like. Because with Melee HD, you add back all the movement options. You add back wave dashing. You add back dash dancing. All this shit, like ledge grabbing and ledge hogging. I feel like to an extent that's like kind of bad, ledge hogging. I liked ledge trumping a lot more.
I like trumping, yeah. It can be kind of annoying at times, but
at the same time, I feel like it's better for the game. I think if you just combine Ultimate and Melee, the community would come together again. Because I feel like the reason why so many people stick to Melee, because the game's never going to change, for one. And secondly, because of the movement options and how you can, like, how the game feels. The game definitely feels good, but not, like, it doesn't feel as complete as Ultimate does. In my opinion.
Yeah, because it's not. But
it was rushed, and you could tell by the game. But it was definitely a good sequel. It was a fantastic sequel compared to the 64. The 64 has nothing on Melee.
Oh, yeah.
Has no content in it. All you can do is fucking play 1v1s or 1v1v1v1.
And get Kirby up tilted.
Exactly.
Oh,
and like...
God.
In classic mode, like 64 is definitely like an alright game. It's just not to the extent of what Melee is, and I don't think it'll ever reach that. even with these new mods and everything.
Yeah. Well, all Smash games have their flaws. And
Definitely.
speaking of flaws, let's get into Smash 4. I didn't play it that much.
I did.
I knew you played it a pretty decent amount, so I want you to talk about your experience with Smash 4.
So, well, I'll start off with how I got into the game and found out about it. So, as sad as it is to say, the reason I got into Smash 4 was because of Etika. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I watched his videos before the game came out.
Like his character reveals videos? Like
yeah, like the fucking when they revealed Robin and Lucina.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I got into the most, or maybe it was Wii Fit. I'm not sure. But I remember watching Etika and a guy named Sonic Toast. He's like this fucking like 30-year-old man that has like kids and shit, and he's like talking about Smash Brothers and how much characters he wants in it. It was just, I was a little kid, it was fun, but I watched Etika before the game came out, and I was really into it. I wasn't competitive at all in the game. I watched competitive in Melee a tiny bit. Like, it wasn't even like that much. I didn't really understand it at all. I just played it with friends competitively, kind of. I didn't know how to move in the game like other people do. I probably couldn't even run, because I can barely do that now in Melee.
Yeah.
But, I got into it from Etika, and from Etika, I got into Zero, because Etika talked about Zero a lot in his earlier days, before Zero was like, before the streak.
Yeah.
So, when playing, I saved up a shit ton of money in quarters. I just found quarters on, like, I used to live in an apartment complex. I still do, but I don't live in the same one. I had a bunch of friends, and we would just go scavenge in the woods and near dumpsters and shit for fucking quarters. And, like, I would find all this amounts of, like, shit. I wouldn't work for it at all because I was, like, 8. But, no, I wasn't 8. How old was I in 6th grade? 11.
Like, that sounds about right.
Probably 11.
I think you turned 12 in that grade.
Yeah. So, I scavenged around for money. I probably got some for my mom somewhere or other. But, I saved up enough money for the game, and I was gonna go to a tournament at GameStop before the game came out. They were gonna host a tournament, and I was gonna be a part of it. But I never got to go, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
I was gonna play Little Mac, is the funny thing, because he looked fun. So,
Little Mac.
I was gonna do that before the game came out, and I was really excited to do it. But the fateful day came, and I finally got... Oh, I mean, the demo came out before that. There was a demo on the 3DS that you could play, and it was shit. There was like 4 characters you could play. I think it was Villager, Mega Man, Mario, and Link. And Link's fucking dash attack spiked. It was so gay.
The apocalypse.
Yeah. I cannot believe to this day that Link's dash attack spiked. It was so stupid, but anyways. I saved up enough money for the game, and I came home one day, and it was just sitting on the table because it came out that day. I got it the day it came out in October. I think it was October 13th. And I got it that day, and I was so excited. My dad was dating this girl at the time, so I took it over to her house and just played it all fucking night. And I unlocked every character that night. It was just, I had a lot of fun. And
I love the experience in Smash Brothers games of unlocking characters.
Yeah, I think the best one is definitely Melee, but I remember doing it in Brawl for some reason a lot more.
I don't have a lot of experience. Well, Brawl has more characters, but I don't really have experience in other games apart from Ultimate. In Ultimate, I just remember getting dicked on by CPUs on day one. Like I literally have a tweet on my Twitter of me I got double footstooled by a dark pit CPU. Like he like he got like back throw and threw me off stage, and then he double footstooled me.
That sucks.
And it like I just remember like they literally nerfed the CPUs. But I always thought like seeing like, oh, who am I gonna unlock, and like fighting the character. I just always think that's fun. Even if like I hate that character and I never like I'm never gonna play him. It's just cool like fighting them and unlocking them. I just always found a lot of fun in it.
Oh yeah, unlocking the characters is definitely really, really exciting. My personal opinion on it is if the characters are unlocked very sporadically and like you don't know if you're gonna unlock them, you're just playing the game casually, going in like the adventure mode, playing classic mode, like how I did in Melee. And like for some reason in adventure mode you just happen to end the Mushroom Kingdom level on a fucking 2. You unlock Luigi. Like that's just the coolest shit. Like, I don't know, I like random encounters. I like the like Pokemon type shit. You find people in the grass, you know?
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool, and that was like my favorite thing. And the way you unlocked him in fucking Brawl, it was play Subspace, and that was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So,
right.
but
so back to Smash 4. So
I unlocked all the characters.
Unlocked all the characters, yeah.
And after that, I played online. Like, only played online. There was not really that much characters to unlock in Smash 4. I think you had to unlock Ness, Bowser Jr., Ganondorf,
bunch of random ass characters.
Duck Hunt. Who else did you have to unlock? I remember. Hold on, maybe it's the Smash 4 page. Super Smash Brothers. For Wii U. Is the site's still up, right? Yeah. Okay, it is. Okay, so characters. Let's see. The secret fighters. Okay, so Ness, Falco, Wario, Dr. Mario, Dark Pit, Ganondorf, Rob, Bowser Jr., Game & Watch, Duck Hunt, and Jigglypuff were all secret fighters in that game. That was the only ones.
Oh, okay.
You had to unlock like every single one in fucking Ultimate, so...
Yeah, you had the starting 8, and...
Yeah. So, I did that. I played online, and I wasn't good at the game. I didn't play online that much at the start because I didn't have good internet, and all I would do is lag. I played Toon Link. I was a Toon Link main for some reason. And I think it was because I made up this weird combo where I'd throw a bomb down on the person, and then I would down air on them. And if I missed the down air, then I could just recover, and if I hit the bomb, then I hit the bomb. I don't know, it was a weird thing. I made it up myself. I thought I was so cool. But I didn't really play that much competitively or anything like that. I wasn't really into the competitive side, but I did like Zero a lot. And I watched this guy named Red. He wasn't like a competitive person, but he modded the game and made it look weird, and I always like that. But the thing that actually got me back into Smash 4 in 2018, or maybe it was 2017. I think it was 2017. The thing that got me back into the game was fucking a YouTuber, Nintendo.
Oh, I was gonna say Sherwood because I know you like Sherwood too.
Oh yeah, that's how I found Sherwood. So, I just got randomly recommended his video, and I was like, shit, I want to play Smash 4. So I fucking got out my 3DS, whipped the game card in, and I fucking was going off, and then them two got me into competitive Smash. I just shit myself. Them two got me into competitive Smash, and from that day forward, I was just all over the game. I was playing Smash Crusade, SSF2, And then Ultimate got announced my birthday of that year, and I was fucking like, oh, my heart was going off for some Smash Bros. And then I also got a Switch, I think, that Christmas.
Yeah.
I was playing Mario Odyssey and shit. The person who got me into the Switch was Peanut Butter Gamer. Funnily enough.
There's that.
He's a motherfucker with an afro. He's pretty cool.
Nice.
He got Mario Odyssey early, and I was watching his gameplay of it. And I decided, fuck it. I'm gonna get a Switch, buy Mario Odyssey. I did it, bought Mario Odyssey, got Splatoon, got Legend of Zelda, and I think those are the 3 games I got that year. And then I was just like into Nintendo again. I was playing Smash. That's probably why I got recommended their video. And once they announced Ultimate, after, like, because I played Smash 4 quite a bit after that. I had good internet now, and I was starting to get good at the game, you know?
Yeah.
I think primarily I played Yoshi a lot.
Yeah.
And I think I have the most hours on Yoshi. I also have a lot of hours on Roy. I also bought Cloud after y'all convinced me to. You and Ethan did. Because I wanted to buy something, and you were like, buy a DLC character in Smash 4. And I was like, okay. So I bought Cloud. Played Cloud for like 2 days and then stopped. But, up until the release of Ultimate, all I did was play SSF2 with you.
Yeah.
Smash-wise. And I still never really, like, I watched competitive players play casually. Like, play online and stuff.
Like friendlies and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like, my main person was Nairo. But, I loved watching his videos. With, Keitaro. That was that was my favorite thing at the time. Not so much anymore. Yeah, so
Ultimate came around,
you know,
I already kind of talked about me, like, I just kind of, like, what characters I played and stuff like that.
I don't really have characters I play. I don't really, like, the only thing...
You main half of the cast.
I main, like, everyone, so...
You've played everyone at some point, practically.
And, like, I still plan to play more characters, the thing, you know? I love playing new characters because it gives me a reason to play the game.
And it's not even like that you hate the game, it's just like...
I just don't want to play online because online's ass.
Yeah, I've literally played, like, probably less than 10 matches of online in the year that I've had the game.
I played a lot. I think I have, like 9 hours on Joker alone. Just
you don't even play Joker.
I know. And I think my most played character is Falco online. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. But for my Ultimate experience, all I did was play with you.
Yeah, I just play arenas. I don't play online, like, quick play.
I only play friendlies. And I still don't watch online tournaments. Or not online tournaments. I still don't watch, like, tournaments and shit on Twitch.
See, I like watching tournaments, like the in-person ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I had players I was rooting for, and, like, I like watching high-level play. It's fun. Even though I'm, like, not good at the game, and I don't understand what's going on. I mean, even though I understand the game at a high competitive level, and I got a deep level, I don't really, like, I don't know, I still think it's, like, really interesting watching high-level play.
Yeah. I think my favorite competitive player was Leffen, Hungry Box. Those two, even though they hate each other, those are my two. Like, I remember going and watching Leffen's Melee Mewtwo on YouTube, and, like, I was just like, God damn, this motherfucker's good at the game. Like, it was just so cool to me. But Speaking of competitive players, we should probably talk about the recent events.
So let's talk about
Who should we start with?
some current Smash events. So it all started. Well, like it started with smaller allegations with a lot of like mid low to lower level players
Yeah.
at like with like just events of sexual assault and like grooming and gaslighting happening at bigger tournaments, and that got the attention of some like of a higher level players. People were like, okay, this is happening. This is weird. But it wasn't like there were not big names being exposed.
It was like fucking.
It was just kind of it was mid level players, like maybe like higher up, like not even like PGR players, just like well known like regional players. Like
Yeah.
one guy I remember was Venia from Tri-State. He's a Greninja player. He got outed for I think like sexual, like I don't know if he assaulted anyone, but like gaslighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that like shook up a lot of people from Tri-State. But it all really like the whole like everyone started getting exposed when Puppe, the 17-year-old Pokemon trainer player, released a Twitlonger talk because he like about Senpai, African American woman. She's a commentator for she commentates a lot of tournaments, most notably Evo, Smash Ultimate Evo.
Oh,
She
damn.
commentated the stream with Coney, Pinnacle Coney, and so he put out a story of those two where she was kind of, let's just say he was 14 at the time when they were like they weren't like together because she had a boyfriend, but
They were canoeing.
they were canoeing, they were engaging in sexual acts, they were kissing, they were performing oral sex on each other, according to Puppe's Twitlonger, but he was 14 at the time, she was 24, and this got out, and people were like, and Puppe was like, and as a result, he's had issues with anxiety and depression, and people saw this like 17-year-old kid, like his life has like literally been changed, like he's scarred for life for on this, and people were like, this isn't okay. We need to get people like this out of our community because they've seen the smaller people talking and like the smaller mid-level people getting outed. Now a big name in the community getting outed, and people are like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then after that, literally within the next 2 to 3 days, like
Nairo.
4 or 5 different huge names in the community got outed.
Yeah.
So I don't know the exact order.
It went Nairo, Keitaro.
So let's talk about Nairo. So Nairo, Captain Zach.
I don't really want to get into that.
Well, we're not going to talk about these specifics, but Nairo had a relationship with Captain Zach at, I forgot the name of the tournament.
I don't know.
It was, he has the Twitlonger, Captain Zach has a Twitlonger, you can read it if you want. It's kind of graphic, it's kind of gross also. It's just a series of screenshots from a conversation Captain Zach had with a close friend. Him talking about the situation, it's really weird.
It's all just...
And Nairo being the most popular Smash Bros streamer, top 5 in the world, top 4 even, and just like a really like
big
really
man. Big
like
guy.
People look at him as like they're big, like there are so many people that look up to him as an inspiration in the scene, like if they want to go pro. He was such like a friendly, like funny, charismatic person. Like he was like a great personality, and people saw this story come out, and people like just had no idea what to say. People were like speechless, as like I was. He was my favorite player. He was my go-to streamer, just in general for anything.
Yeah, it's
like if
just
I wanted
so
to go
weird.
watch a Twitch stream, I would go to Nairo. Like regardless of the game, like I would go to him. I love watching his content.
He was definitely a big personality in the community.
Oh yeah, but reading that Twitlonger, it ruined. Like I can't watch his videos anymore. Like I can't, because all I think about is the stuff he did, and it's tragic because I remember just like laughing out loud and having great like just amazing times watching his content.
Yeah.
And I just ruined it for me, and it was terrible. And I can't even think to imagine what his close friends in the community were thinking, like Samsora and Void and like Mars and people that are like really close friends with him that like had no idea, and I just can't even like imagine what they were thinking.
A lot of them, maybe not them, but a lot of people knew about it too. Is the bad part.
That's the worst part, is that there were people that knew that like that Nairo and Captain Zack were hanging out a lot at that event. I mean, and like they were together at night in the same hotel room, but nobody thought twice about it. Nobody did anything about it. No one brought it up to light. Nobody shed light on it. No one talked about it, and that's the worst part.
I think the thing that gets me most about this entire thing, which you probably already know what I'm going to say, is that I never in my fucking life ever expected Nairo to be gay.
Yeah, I didn't. Like, you saw... I don't know. Like, there's always that, like, that stereotypical meme of guys, like gay guys playing all these like female characters, and stuff, and like I just thought Nairo played female characters because he was horny.
Same, like deadass same. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. I was almost positive. I thought he just like playing them.
Because like look, like he played Zero Suitants 4. He plays Palutena in this game. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's picking. Yeah. Not only are good, but they're
and like I just didn't know that. Like it's so strange about how someone's so big in the community that feels like you're so close and like
you feel like you know them. Like it's
for real.
Like you don't know them, but you feel like you know them. You feel like you understand them because they're just so big. You wouldn't think that anything bad is like anything. There's not a bad thing about them.
For real, like. Why would they do something like that?
That's the most scary. That's the scariest part, is that you can't trust. Like you think this guy, he's like a big personality hosting charity streams, like doing all this nice stuff for the community, like being a vocal point of the community. You would think that like he can't do wrong. You would think that he's this like this great part of the community, and then this comes out, and you're like you just can't believe it because.
Like it's so weird. Like I just don't even know how to explain it myself. You would never expect someone like him to do something like that. Along with Zero, dude. Zero got me.
Yeah. But you know, after Nairo, then like literally 20 minutes later, allegations against Keitaro came out.
Yeah.
Which his situation is bad, but it's not. It was not like. I mean, I don't want to say it's not as bad because it's sexual. It's like it's having sex with a minor.
Yeah. Like
he is a 30-year-old man having sex with a 17-year-old in a pool.
Literally in a pool. Like why?
I'm not trying to say that's not bad, but like. I'm just gonna stop talking. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, it's so gross.
But and then other people that I'm not as familiar with what Anti and D1 did. I'm not as familiar with them, but I know that they got outed, and those guys. Like D1 was my favorite caster. Like D1 Kitaro, that combo, like that. Literally, they could commentate they could talk about anything together, and I would watch it.
Yeah, commentators are definitely like. Some of the best things in the competitive community. Because when you watch players play, you don't get to see their personality presented. You just watch them play, you know?
Yeah.
You do when they get to stream, but the main personalities you see during tournaments are always commentators. And like D1 didn't really get like I don't even think D1 was terrible. I might get flamed for that, but
they're all terrible, but there are ones that are worse than others.
Yeah. D1s is probably like the bottom of the barrel in my opinion, because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like fucked.
Yeah. Let's talk about Zero now.
I didn't even read the Zero's twit longer. I knew what happened.
I didn't read them all. The thing is, it took him 3 twit longers to come clean.
Yeah.
He was trying.
Lying ass motherfucker, dude.
He was trying so hard to make a quote unquote apology without like people getting on his ass. So some girl comes out with allegations, and they're like on the surface they're not bad. Like what he actually did was worse than what the girl said he did, which was weird.
Yeah, and then he came out like she said he did some shit. He tried to debunk that he came out about it.
He showed her hentai or something, which he did that, and then the Skype logs came out where like he was asking a like.
I don't even know how that got all involved.
He didn't know her age, and then he asked for her age. He got it, and then he continued to message her.
Yeah.
And then he asked her to do like weird things, like masturbate with an ice cube and send a picture.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the only thing I really know. I didn't read it. I just saw someone tweet about it. But
what the fuck, dude? What? An ice cube?
Yeah, that's the thing that girls do.
They do?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a girl, but I'm pretty sure that's like a thing.
Huh.
I don't know.
I never knew that.
I'm not gonna ask my girlfriend if she masturbates with an ice cube.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no. I don't want to. I don't want to talk to any girl. Moving on from that.
But Zero, like, imagine like his YouTube. He has 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
There's a bunch of kids.
He has a bunch of young viewers, and he's not uploading videos. He had daily uploads going. Like, let me go to his channel real quick.
I don't think he's uploaded in like 4 days. I'm pretty sure, maybe 5.
Yeah, he had his last also 5 days ago. New Smash Ultimate tier list.
Yeah, and they're probably so confused because they have no idea what's going on. And like, I don't think they should know.
He turned off comments on his videos. I just tried to go see if any comments were on his most recent video. Yeah, he turned off comments on like all of his videos.
Yeah.
Every time on you.
Yeah.
Someone was trying to out Zero for abusing his girlfriend, actually.
Wait, that way he did do that.
He didn't do that, no. She came out about a statement. She was like, I can't believe I even have to fucking do this.
Yeah,
Zero's not an abuser. Like, he's never hit me in my life. I'm already going through so much shit right now. I don't want to deal with this. Please leave me alone and leave me out of it.
Yeah, I understand that Zero, like, what he did was very, very gross and very bad, but like, there's no reason to come after his fiance. Like, she did nothing wrong. Like, the worst thing she did was date him, but that's not even like he's not. I don't think like he did something. I don't think he's a bad person, despite what he did. I don't think any of like.
I think everyone's just made terrible decisions.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're.
And they should. They're like, it's gross. And they should have.
Bad people. They just did bad things. But I'm not saying that we should forgive them. That's not what I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, yo, let's just let Nairo back into the community. I don't want to do that. Like, you can't. That's not something that.
I don't think he's ever going to be able to come back.
He's never going to be welcome again. Which I mean, as much as I like want to like him to be a part of the community again, like I don't want children in the competitive community to feel unsafe going to tournaments.
For real.
Because they are afraid of being preyed on by a adult that they should look up to and like feel protected in the presence of. Like, you're a kid going to a tournament. You should see an adult and be like, okay, if like this is an adult. They're a mature adult. They will do things to help me. They are an adult.
Yeah.
And then this adult tries to like sexually harass you. It's just weird.
Yeah. It's just, I don't even know. Like, this community is supposed to be one of the biggest gaming communities that's ever surfaced, you know? Like, we have a very, very big community. A very big competitive side community as well. Like, Smash is definitely like a culture icon, you know? Like, Etika, fucking, I can't think of anyone else's really that, like, is. But, in general, Smash is very, very huge. And, like, these people that are standing on the very tippy top can't do this shit, you know?
Yeah.
We need to have people that we know, like, people fuck up. I get that. Obviously, this isn't fucking up. This is definitely making poor decisions, but it's like something.
Like, everyone makes mistakes, but like the things that these people are doing were not mistakes.
Yeah. Like, you know what you're fucking doing when you're doing that shit. You know that you shouldn't be doing it, but you did it anyways.
Like if you you're like you are choosing to do things to a minor knowing they are a minor, that's not a mistake. That's not their fault. If you know, you know, and that is not something that you can just say, I'm sorry, I didn't know. That's not like you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Definitely.
Like you can't say, you know, she told me her age and I continue to do things and I'm sorry.
My bad. Like, no.
No,
Nigga,
no shit, dude. Like, we know you met fucked up.
But you shouldn't have, is the thing. Like, you just can't fuck up like that. That's not something you could just do.
But
these types of fuck ups are unforgivable fuck ups. Like, yeah, if you fucking, I don't know, if you like land on top of a girl at a tournament, accidentally grab her titty or something, you know, on your way standing up, that's a mistake, and we can forgive you for that. Like, oh man, that sucks. We get it. You didn't mean that. But this is the type of fuck up where you goddamn know you was in the wrong, and you can't say
continue to prey on a minor for an entire summer or something. Yeah.
It's just so fucked. I just can't believe.
Yeah, I need to stop talking about it. I'm gonna hurt my head. I already have a headache just thinking about it. It's sad that I looked up to these people because I did, like, it was in the dark for so long.
Yeah.
Like, the saddest thing for me is that it's not even the fact that these things were happening, it's the fact that they stayed hidden for so long.
Yeah, people let it though.
Yeah, and people knew. And I can understand wanting to quote unquote protect your friends from from society knowing the truth, but like I can understand that.
Yeah.
But like, if it would help, if it would be a better meant for the community if they knew, like Salem, for example, like I didn't read his tweet longer, but he knew about Captain Zack and Nairo, like long before anyone else did.
And he didn't say shit.
But he didn't say anything. I didn't read his tweet longer, so I don't know his reasoning. But he knew, and he didn't say anything.
Well, like, regardless, you can't have a fucking reasoning for not telling the authorities. Like, you need to speak up. In modern day society, for the protection of everyone, you need to speak up. Like, yeah, I get some people can't physically do that, but, like, here's the issue with that. People need to just get over it, and when you need to, like, when something needs to happen, it just needs to fucking happen. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not going to be able to just let it go and just, like, drop it, you know? Like, you can't just watch someone get fucking raped on the street and just let it go and not call the police. You're letting that person, like you're basically witnessing a crime, and you're just as guilty as the person doing it. You're enabling it.
No, that's...
He was enabling the fact that Nairo was getting away with this, and not only was he doing that, he was a big big part of the fucking community, and he's known. Salem knew about this for so fucking long, didn't come out about it. He's letting him get this big, gain all this fucking money despite raping a kid.
No, I mean, well, I don't think Nairo did anything that wasn't consensual with Zach. But
Well, he didn't, but it's like whatever statutory rape.
It's still.
I think it's called statutory rape or something like that.
I don't know, man. But
I don't know the exact term, but
yeah.
Basically, minor consent doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Smash community's fucked. I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah, the sad thing is I like Smash Bros. And there are people in the community that I want to like follow and like keep in touch with.
Can't trust
and
them
see
anymore.
what they're doing. But
you never know who's gonna get outed next.
Yeah, like you don't know. I mean, it's like no one's been like quote unquote outed in the past few days, so I don't think we're
I think we're alright for now. But there's definitely gonna be future cases. Obviously. Maybe not with as big players, but
sorry.
Just 3 long roos.
JV3 nah. JV3 twit longers. Alright. Jokes aside.
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say something, but I like just had a brain fart and I had to take a second to collect my thoughts, but I couldn't even remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, Smash Bros.
Whip Nene.
Whip Nene. Man.
You want to end it here?
I mean, is there anything else that you wanna touch on?
Not particularly.
Man, it's hard stuff. Like I hate talking about it. Like it's hard stuff to think about.
For real. It sucks, but
like I watched Nairo's videos. Like I watch every single video. I tuned into almost every stream. Like I watched Zero's YouTube videos.
I did.
I watched Katara's YouTube videos.
Katara's the one that got me, I think. Besides Zero, like Nairo, yeah, his was like kind of like whoa.
Katara with him, I knew everyone knows Katara is a party animal. He does dumb shit. He's a crazy guy. He's a crazy charismatic guy. Everyone knew that. Like I could like I'm not saying I knew like I could I understand that like what he did. I don't understand it, but like I could like I can understand Keitaro doing something like that more than I could understand someone like Nairo.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that to sound like I'm like hating on Keitaro because I love that guy and he's like I looked up to him so much and I loved his content. I love everything he did. But
yeah.
he's a crazy guy. You know, he drinks a lot, he parties a lot. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So, like, when that stuff came out, I was not as surprised to see his stuff as I was Nairo or Zero. It's fucked up, man.
It's a difficult community. Definitely. Yeah. But I feel like with every community, this is a thing, you know? Every big community is going to have someone that's fucked up in it, and we can't control that. Besides, like, fucking Littlest Pet Shop or some shit, you know?
Yeah, well, people suck.
There's evil people in this world. And some...
Yeah, as many good people are in the world, there's evil people. That's the worst part.
Just like 50-50, you know? It's kind of shitty. I feel like, in general, people have good intentions, but at the same time, there's a lot of people, despite having good intentions, can like do some bad decisions and choices and fuck up. But
yeah,
it's just wrong. And there's not much that anyone could have done about it. Like, yeah, Salem is definitely in the wrong for not coming out about it and telling the authorities. He definitely should have, but he didn't do it himself, which is very good that he didn't do it himself, but at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like we all need to come to a common ground and learn from this, definitely. We definitely can't just fucking brush this off like it's nothing like we have in the past with certain instances. We need to take into account that minors will be at these tournaments regardless if we want them there or not. They will get in.
This is a game. Yeah, most of the people who play this game are 18 or younger.
It's like not in our control. So minors are going to be a part of the tournaments, and they need to be they need to be protected.
But the thing is, I don't think that there needs to be like restrictions for minors because this game is made for them. This is a game. This isn't the game made for Bimbo, the 25-year-old unemployed guy who just likes playing Smash Bros. That's not what these tournaments are for. These are for
people who play the game.
But like Jimmy, the 16-year-old player who wants to come compete at his local tournament.
This game was made for someone like him.
Accompanied by his mother, because there was a pedophile. There was a pedophile in his community.
I just definitely think that they should have security at these things.
Definitely,
make sure, they need to have cameras all over the place. They need to have security. They need to make sure alcohol is not being distributed at these places.
That is the biggest issue. That alcohol at Smash Bros. Tournaments is the biggest issue.
Minors are going to get alcohol there, if they have it. There's no fucking way that it's not going to happen with the amount of
alcohol is. Not giving that to people at an event surrounded by younger people.
It's gonna occur to a position
you're not
where
letting minors into bars.
Exactly.
Where there's a ton of drunk adults, you're not letting them in there. So why are you having an open bar at a Smash Bros. Event where there's minors allowed?
If you want to fucking go drink, go to a goddamn bar, you fucking lunatic. You don't need to be drinking around all these fucking kids, you know? I get that there's a lot of adults in the community, and I feel like a vast majority at these tournaments are adults. I don't think that it's minors all the way. This game was definitely meant for minors, and tournaments are meant for everyone, but there's definitely a lot more people that are older because they've been playing Smash for so long. For example, all the big players, all the top players besides Zach Ray, are all above. But how old is Zach Ray? Is he 19 now?
Not 19. I think he's 17 or 18.
Well,
I'm not exactly.
He would be considered an adult here if he's 18. But majority of the biggest players in this community are adults. But at the same time, I feel like there needs to definitely be a form of security. We need to take action upon this. We can't just let it go under the covers and just let it be there. No one should be leaving the fucking tournament. Minors should not leave the tournament with adults they didn't come there with. I feel like that needs to be monitored.
I just think the biggest thing is that the worst thing is that people should not be afraid to attend events because of this. I just think people need to people need to travel with friends, and they need to minors need to be with other minors in their hotel rooms. Minors do not need to be spending the night with their adult friends, even if they're close friends. You don't know.
I feel at the Smash events, I feel the venue or whatever, they should contact all the hotels around them to say, hey, our people might be staying at your place. There has been, the hotels will listen to them because they don't want, crimes happening at their fucking hotel, you know?
Yeah, obviously.
So, if they tell them, hey, we don't want any instance of sexual activity with minors occurring because it's happened in our community in the past. We need to make sure that
keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Make sure that these people aren't staying with each other. If they're not, if they register a hotel room by themselves, they need to stay in that room by themselves. They don't need to have other people in there. Like, yeah, I get it. If it's two adults, fucking male on male, male and female, female and female, who gives a fuck? Like, if you want to stay at the hotel room together, you should rent it for the both of you, not separate hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I feel like it just needs to be monitored more. Like, I don't think that these kids need their parents with them at all times. I think that's a little bit ridiculous to make your mom sit there through, like, an 8-hour tournament. For that lasts multiple days, more than likely. Like, that's just not... It's not plausible. Like, it's not practical.
Adults need to be held accountable. It's just...
I think you should have identification at the door, kind of. I don't know if they do that already now, but...
I don't know. I haven't been to a tournament.
I think that they should make it so you have some form of ID at the door to confirm who you are. And, like, what are they going to get off of your license, It's not like they're taking a picture of it. But, I don't know. I think that with big events like this, it just needs to be held better. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the Smash events are ratchet.
Yeah, the adults need to be held accountable, and like, what else do there's something I want to say. Well, just in general, the community has to grow from this. We have to get better.
Definitely.
We cannot just let this happen and have nothing change. Like, tournaments need to change.
Yeah.
Something needs to happen. We can't let more of this happen in the future.
And, like...
That's just... main takeaway.
One of my biggest things with it is that Smash in general has kind of always been a little bit on the fucking weird side. Like, there's these people that come from different countries going from house to house to house, staying at these fucking people's houses. Zero talked about it in his story of himself video. How he was traveling from house to house to house of these different players,
Yeah.
I don't think that should be allowed. Like, I feel like if that's if you're doing that, that's somewhat on your parents for letting you do that. But at the same time, I don't know. There's just something that we have to do to make it... So obviously, we can't control anything that happens outside of the tournaments. People do what they do on their own.
Yeah.
Regardless if they're a big player, if they have like a little kid at their house and they're, and they do that shit, then that's more or less them doing it at their home. That's not anything to do with the Smash community. That's to do with them. I guess. Kind of. I don't know. There's not really a way to control that. Is the issue. We can't control who goes where all the time. You can control who goes into a hotel and shit like that, but you can't control if you go into someone's house, if you're staying the night there and everything like that. That's just on your family and your parents and the law and shit. Like, there's just not a lot we could do to enforce that, because the Smash community is somewhat ratchet in that aspect. I don't think it's much like that anymore, though.
Yeah.
It used to be heavily. There was no hotel staying. It was everybody just sleeping at the same house.
It was weird, dude.
Everybody just be sleeping on the couch together, holding hands and shit. It's like, what the fuck? I'd never be able to. Not me. But I don't know. We've been talking about this for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah. You're gonna have to slap a disclaimer before before our talk about the current events, just in case.
I'll slap a little disclaimer on it. But
because we had some hot takes. We had some things that people might not like, and people might want to hear it, might not want to hear it. I probably said some things that I'll regret later. So
yeah,
just in case for our own safety,
yeah. Well,
little disclaimer, but
yeah.
yeah, I think we're good here, to be honest.
Alrighty.
We talked for a while.
Yeah.
Talked about Smash Bros.
Smash Brothers.
Next time we meet up for this, we can talk about
Memes.
other video games. We can talk about maybe our friend group, how that all came to be.
Memes.
We can talk about memes. We can talk about anime. We can talk about Fortnite. We never know.
Fortnite.
Man.
Let's fucking.
I love Fortnite. Josh.
Well, all right.
But yeah, I think we're good here.
All right. Well,
first episode of the Nub and Bub podcast here.
Poggers. All right. Well, thank y'all for watching and tuning into the Nub and Bub
if anyone's
podcast.
watching, man, hope you listened. Hope you didn't hate what you heard.
And remember, apple day keeps the doctor away.
And play Fortnite.
Yeah.